So Iran protests escalate as rial hits a new record low. I think that's their currency. Look at all this. Iran's out of water. Sounds like a problem. Holy shit. This guy is the most popular candidate to take over Iran, but he does not have a majority of the Iranian support. He has like 30-40%. Look at all that. Company's economic situation only get worse. Yeah, true. Their biggest city's out of water? What the fuck? That's insane. Fuck the Islamic Republic of Iran, but do we really need another king? Sure, if the guy does a good job. Gives a shit. Call it whatever you want. I just don't want to build nukes. Jesus. Their country's literally dying. He said dry. He said drying. Well, good for him, man. So we got even more of this here. Compatriots taking the streets in your own hands. Iranian people rise up. And this is obviously Israel wants them to rise up too. I think it would be beneficial for Israel very clearly. I mean, obviously it would be. What is this here? Chanting long live the Shah on Iranian streets never happened for decades. People were scared. Now they're not. Wow. Holy shit. Jesus. So it looks like night falls on Iran. People are in the streets. Nobody's scared anymore. Well, this is generally how like authoritarian military regimes fall. Now, I thought this was going to happen maybe 6 months ago. I think very clearly like they are circling the drain. Like it's not a matter of if, but when. Is this when? I don't know if this is going to be when or not. But it sure looks pretty bad for him. How much dissent do you think is being propped up by foreign intelligence? I've never met somebody in Iran who supported the government. I'll just say that. I've never met a single chatter, a viewer, anybody whenever I was covering the Iran war. Every single one of them hated the government. I think that's something that's worth considering. iDubbbz? I said from Iran, not from Connecticut. I'm sure there's plenty of white people from Connecticut that think the Ayatollah is amazing. But I'm talking about real, actual Iranians. Entire Iranians have shut down the market's bizarre, non-pro regime, calling the Shah to return. Yeah, I wonder why. Holy shit. You have to also keep in mind that, like, this is... Doing this in Iran is like... this isn't like the No Kings protest here in the United States. Every single person that's on that street is putting their life on the line. They're doing that because they have an oppressive, fundamentalist, religious, psycho, military dictatorship, basically, or regime. I think that's better to say. Like, these people are genuine patriots for their country. They deserve as much respect and support as you can possibly give them. You have so many fans in Iran, and Iranians think your base is fuck? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, everybody can see the videos. We can see the way it used to be over there. And, I mean, the truth is that, like, Iran is like a massive destabilizing force in the Middle East. It seems like the majority of these other terrorist organizations, whether it's Hezbollah or Hamas, are being funded indirectly by Iran. So if you can control and stop Iran and make sure that Iran isn't supporting those people, you can also indirectly stop the terrorist organizations. And then also from the other direction, from stopping the pipeline, Iran is sometimes being funded and helped by Russia or by China. So you remove Russian and China influence if you can make sure that Iran is an ally to America. I want to trade with Iran. I think this is a good thing. I think we should try to make sure as soon as this is over, we should be helping helping Iran. I'm fine even sending them money after this because I want to make sure that this country isn't destabilized. I want to make sure that, like, basically, because you got to keep in mind, like, so inside of Islam, I mean, Islam is the same as Christianity, which is the same as everything else. There are groups of people that disagree with each other, right? Iran has a different Muslim sect than, let's say, Saudi Arabia does. Saudi Arabia is Sunni Muslims, and Iran is Shia Muslims. The majority of Muslims, my understanding, are Sunni, and Shia is like a minority group. And so, basically, I mean, if you can get these people to just kind of at least not bomb each other and not destabilize the region, this will save us. I'm not even kidding you. This will save American taxpayers and everything, because you also have to look at the geography too. You look at, let me see here, world map. And where is it? Block. Where is it here? If I show you right here, you can see that Iran actually there is a ton of water here that Iran is involved with. And so they have a massive waterfront right there. So if we can help them and be able to work with these people, yeah, hundreds of billions, yeah, like hundreds of miles, I'm assuming, right? I don't know if it's that big, but like it's a lot of waterfront. And so that's it. Zoom, yeah, the big picture. Let me see if I can show you. Maps of the world, okay. Or is it, yeah. Can I click on this? Oh, okay, can I... Iran map. Okay. Well, I guess you can see it right here. So you can see right here, this is the place that they were trying to block out as well. And so you can see very clearly, this is Tehran. This is their capital right here. And go to Google Maps. Well, I can just show you this, right? I mean, I guess maybe it's a better map. I don't know if I can find a better one. Sorry, it's like I didn't expect that a map would be annoying for me to find. But it seems like there is a little bit of it. So it's great waterfront property? Well, it unironically is. I mean, you're totally right. Let me see. Can I go back? Yeah. Yeah, here it is. So if you click at this, you can see all this waterfront, right? And like, so there's the UAE right there, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. So if you're able to make this region right here, look how big this region is. If you are able to make this region not a PvP server, think about how much less money we have to spend worrying about people getting blown up. This is a massive benefit for America if we can make sure that this place isn't a shithole. Like, we will be saving hundreds, probably collectively over like the next decades of this happening, hundreds of billions of dollars, at least tens of billions of dollars doing this. And there's also, you have to keep in mind, it's not just us saving the money, it's Saudi Arabia saving the money. China generally trades with them, so it's probably not that big of a deal for them. But there are all of these other countries that are also trading back and forth here. Well, those costs get ultimately put on the consumer. Or stay the fuck out of the Middle East. I feel like it's easy to say that, but when, and this is the problem, like, I would agree with you about staying the fuck out of the Middle East, but I don't think that that's feasible to completely do. And also, I don't even agree, like, so this is another big thing, is that unless Iran poses a direct military threat to America, I don't think that we should do anything militarily to stop them. Like, we shouldn't go and, like, blow up the Ayatollah. We shouldn't go and destroy... Like, this has to be something that their people do. I don't agree that we should go and solve this problem for them. They need to solve this problem for themselves. Because if we solve it for them, we're going to have the same problem that we had in 1979. The guy that we put in 1953 got kicked out then. They have to make the decision for themselves. They have to figure out their own self-governance. Right? I mean, that's what America's all about. Absolutely. So it's that's my opinion on it. That's what I think they should do. So does the South, including Texas, still have plentiful oil reserves available? We have a lot of oil reserves, but as far as I know, there's other things that we get from Iran. I don't know every trade export from Iran. I'm sorry. But my point is very clearly, can you see how strategically advantageous Iran is? Iran should be probably like a top 20 GDP country in the world. With how close they are to these other places, they should be a top 20 GDP country in the world. They are incredibly well educated. They used to be incredibly well educated. This is a very big country. It's a nice place. Like, there's no reason it should be a shithole. It's the same as Venezuela. Venezuela used to be the 4th richest country in the world. Now it's a shithole. Guy got kicked out in 1953. Lines over. His Pahlavi family lives off in the largest of Israelis support him. Money. Raza Pahlavi is such an incompetent, corrupt moron. Even the most hardline Shah loyalists do not support him. I don't know about that. I mean, I hear, like, I've seen the polls, and the polls don't show what you're saying. But, I mean, again, like, if you have unique insight because you know people there or you live there, then, I mean, obviously, you know, I don't have that. But what I do have is what I've seen. Shah's corrupt? Well, it's not about... The thing is, the Shah is not the point. The point is the people deserve the ability to govern themselves and to be able to determine their own fate, rather than have it be determined by a fundamentalist, militaristic, psychotic, religious organization. That's the main thing that has to happen. I don't give a shit about who's doing it. It's their decision on who's doing it, not ours. But it's pretty clear that they're not picking these guys. Look at this here. I would say what this reminds me of, but apparently nothing happened in 1989. Nothing happened. It's crazy. Nothing at all. Yeah, I forgot. So, Tehran's state in a state of emergency. Yeah, here we go. I've joined Race. Holy shit. Oh my god. With all due respect, why are you okay with so much money potentially going there, but not Israel? Because I think that the amount of money, like, Israel is already on our side. It's not destabilized. It's not trying to blow us up. Well, except for the USS Liberty. But besides that, they're not really trying to blow us up. It's an investment. I view investing in Iran, making sure that they're able to have a good transition and not be taken over by another militaristic group, as a long-term investment in ensuring free and good trade in that area. That's the reason why. We've already locked down Israel. We've already given them billions of dollars. We don't need to... Wait, yeah, we need to, maybe we should give it to somebody else. Al Asman? No, it makes perfect sense. You're diversifying your investments? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody should do that. Israel will help Iran? Well, yeah. You want to fight through wars? No, you didn't listen to what I said. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I've seen enough. More money to Israel. 10 million more to Israel. There's another one right there. And I'll see if there's a video about this. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I'll pull it up and at least watch part of it, okay? And apparently this has been... it seems like this has been building up to, like, a fever pitch. Look at all this. For Iran without a Shah, without accountability?
You have to rub your eyes to believe that these images have really come out of Iran in recent days.
Oh my God. The big surprise to me about this, and one of the reasons, this might sound bad, one of the reasons that I'm concerned that this won't lead to anything is because Iran hasn't turned off the internet. That's a big reason. Because, like, they did that before whenever they were in the war. And so, like, if it was really that bad and they were really worried about losing power, they will. Yeah, I think if they turn off the internet, then I feel like, okay, now shit got real. They will within 24 hours. Do you see what my point is, though? We hear more and more people, young people who are fleeing the country. This is a very strong indicator. True.
But even more, we need to focus on this dramatic documentation and listen carefully to the words being said courageously here by a police captain against the Ayatollah regime.
Holy shit. So they even have people that are in the police that are against this? We're waiting for the appointed day to stand by the people against the oppressive government. Oh my God. This cruel criminal child murdering regime.
Just another chapter, or could that potentially
start the collapse of the Iranian regime in Tehran? I really hope this is the beginning of the end. In Iran, we have two types of different army. We have the IRGC and we have the Artesh. The Artesh is the normal army. Already many people from the Artesh have risen up.
The IRGC,
so we need
that's
a combination of that, and we also need
religious
the
army,
third piece, and the most important piece, I would say, is the strong opposition. People that are willing to come back and take control of power and make sure it's a smooth transition. Yeah. And hopefully that will happen within
iDubbbz will say they're lying. Yeah, don't show this video to iDubbbz.
Of an exiled opposition. And what you see here is no longer rare. Police officers, members of the security apparatus, soldiers speaking openly about rebellion and desertion.
That's insane.
It's the voice of the other Iran that wants change.
They have turned the internet off throughout this. I think they're using Starlink. Yeah, I mean, again, like another example, like how it's crazy to me that like these like weird fat liberal Karens in America are talking about how Elon Musk is stupid. Meanwhile, he's the reason why Ukraine was able to have internet whenever they were getting killed by Russia. And also Iranians and these other people were able to have internet after their government intentionally shuts it off to stop them from uprising against them. Massive. Gigantic. Like, think about how big that is. It's insane. Do you think it's a coup? I don't know. I'm sure there's people that want it to be one. Trying to take power, sure.
In Iran and in Israel, they see in them a key player in the next confrontation hovering in the air.
One's burned by boiling water, one is even wary of cold. Oh, it's a good metaphor.
מפחד מכבל בצבע שחור ולבן. זה המקבילה הישראלית לנכווה ברותחין נזהר בצוננין. המשטר האיראני נכווה חזק מאוד במלחמת 12 הימים, ולכן הוא ייזהר מאוד היום בצוננין. ולכן אנחנו לקראת עימות מאוד מאוד משמעותי שהוא מבין שהשרידות שלו על הפרק.
He's saying that basically it's very hard for them to consolidate and like understand and get back together with Israel because they just had that war recently. Makes sense.
First time since the Iranian Revolution. Yeah. It's unclear.
I mean, it has to. The thing is, it has to be them that doesn't. Like, Israel can't make this happen. America can't make this happen. If we do, it's going to fall apart. It might not fall apart now. It'll fall apart in 5 years.
What will happen first? The confrontation or the collapse of the regime?
Probably both. This motherfucker had a gray beard when I was 5. To be fair, there's another guy that looked pretty similar to him that he took over from.
30-40 שנה אומרים שהאזרח האיראני שואל, עומד קוג'אס, איפה התקווה? איפה התקווה היום?
The lack of hope for the Iranian people is the main thing, in my opinion.
זה הפער הכי גדול
שיש לנו היום באיראן. העם
האיראני הוא
very bad, let's call it experience with protest. The Iranian people have a very bad, let's call it experience with protests. That's one way to say it. Yeah?
נקרא לזה ממחאות, אנחנו מסתכלים על 2009.
This confirms iDubbbz is just spreading lies. Oh, there's nothing more insidious and disgusting than these white liberals in America that try to sweep for these Islamic fundamentalist freaks just because they're non-white and their culture is non-Western, and they view it as like basically any culture that is non-Western, criticizing it as a Westerner, we're supposed to just assume that their culture is better. And you can see the Iranians are protesting against this themselves. Because there's a reason why, like, really, I mean, these people can't even voice they can't even voice their dissent. Iranians are white. I mean, the thing is that not everybody, in a lot of these countries, there isn't like one skin color. Like, it's the same as like people here in the US. Like, there's white people that have darker skin and brighter skin too. There's some of them that do look white. Yeah, sure.
בספטמבר 22 מחאות מסע המינים, מחאות החיג'אב, הכל היה שם.
I mean, there's a spectrum with everything.
אבל לא היה גב מהקהילה הבינלאומית, בעיקר האמריקאית, שתבוא ותגיד, אנחנו רוצים שהמשטר הזה ייפול. כולם שואלים, איך יכול להיות שעוד לא, שהעם לא יוצא לרחובות? רוצה לומר שפחד ורע וקשה הוא משתק. הוא לא מניע לפעולה. תקווה מניעה לפעולה.
המתקפה הצבאית בוא תבוא, כי איראן כמו בעצם שור שצריך לחסום אותו בדישו, אבל ככל שיעבור הזמן. תעלה שוועתה של החברה האיראנית השמיימה. מסביב יהום הסער, כי אנחנו יודעים שמדינות...
You have to keep in mind that this is somebody from Israel, right? And like it's in their best interest that Iran is deposed, right? The current, you know, like leadership there is deposed. But yeah. Ethnically, Iranians are considered Caucasian. Well, I mean, like, the thing is, look, I mean, people, like, you really think that people in Europe and the Middle East and China and all these areas weren't fucking each other for, like, thousands of years? Of course they've been doing that. Duh. So, like, it's not, like, it's not a perfect fucking binary, this one or the other one. I've been doing this for many years.
אחרות במזרח התיכון לא תזלנה דמעה אם המשטר הזה ייפול. נדמה לי ש-2026 תוכל להמציא לנו את הדברים בצורה אחרת ממה שהכרנו בעבר.
Is that true?
The electricity and water crisis in Iran brings new traffic jams of life. And between the parking lots and buses that turn into
So nobody can even get water now over there? Oh my God. The last tweet of the Chinese embassy? Yeah, let me look at that after this.
Moments of protest are born that we haven't seen since the Islamic Revolution.
So how accurate is the picture we see from the outside? How serious is the situation right now?
This moment in time, $1 equals 130,000 tomans, or
$1 is... What in the fucking Zimbabwe bullshit is this? $1 is 1.3 million reals? Bro, this is Zimbabwe level inflation. This is crazy. I'm rich, bitch. We're all billionaires now.
1,300,000 reals. So imagine you go to work all day, you cannot even buy one egg at the end of the day for you.
What the fuck?
To eat. So I don't
no
know
wonder
how
they're
the people
mad.
in Iran survive, honestly.
I really encourage the international community and the Iranian people to be brave and rise up and overthrow the Islamic Republic. That's what I want.
Political analyst born in Iran who took part in the Trump campaign in the elections, is important to emphasize the difference between the Iranian people and the cruel regime.
Yeah, of course.
They've been brainwashed like majority of the world. And I'm here to say, look, that is not true. Israel is not your enemy. They haven't committed a genocide. They have been defending themselves. People in Iran have realized that Israel is actually their only friend in the region. So I hope that the Iranian people wake up, and just to tell them, to give them that confidence that Israel is not your enemy. Israel done what you could never do. Make Khamenei go and hide in a bunker like a rat. So
it's another one of those AI videos that they made of each other. No, the thing is, like, Israel, like, I think there's an element of truth to this, and there's also, like, very clearly a spin that they're putting on it. And so, like, and this is an interview, it's in Tel Aviv, and so, like, you have to keep all that in mind. I don't think that average, like, are these people... Like, are there differences irreconcilable? I don't think so. Like, it doesn't seem like it. Most people's differences are not. You can generally make do with other people, even if they're very different than you.
Be thankful and let's finish the job together.
Yeah.
התפיסה היום של הצעירים באיראן זה מלחמת האור נגד החושך. הם מתחברים למה שהיה לפני 2000 שנה, לדריוש.
Huge fan, everyone in Iran has so much international sanctions are a huge factor in economic collapse. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the reason, like, I would say that's the main reason why they're having problems is that. 1 USD is 42,000 reals.
לכורש,
It's only
לפרס העתיקה,
42,000.
שהובילו לפני 2,000 שנה,
Guys.
קדמה, חינוך,
This
ישראל
was a week
והעולם
ago. The
המערבי
video
צריכים
came out.
להתחבר לזה.
מה שאתה אומר זה שהתערבות חיצונית היא זאת שצריכה להדליק את הניצוץ. בסוף הגלישה הזאת ואולי מהפכה, זה חייב לבוא מבפנים.
אם מישהו היה אומר לנו לפני מלחמת 12 הימים, שישראל תפציץ, ולא יצא בן אדם אחד לרחובות, ואפילו יתפתח סנטימנט אנטי-ישראלי, צריך לומר בכנות,
I'm sure. I don't know. I don't. I think this is like more spin, to be honest. I bet there are a lot of people in Iran that probably hate Israel because Israel bombed them. Like, it's pretty simple. Like, it's yeah. I mean, I could see that happening, but like, there's kind of two things at play here.
זו הייתה אכזבה. האמירה של טראמפ תוך כדי המלחמה הזאת, הייתה אמירה מפורשת שלא מעוניינים בהחלפת משטר. פשוט גמרה את העניין.
זה לא סתם שישראל לא עשתה כפה בראשו ולא הלכה על הצמרת של המשטר האיראני. איזו חלופה היום יש באיראן?
החלופה זה שאלת השאלות, האפשרות של הנהגה פנימית, שלא רואים כזאת. השעה, הגולה, אני חושב שהוא בהחלט יכול להוות אלטרנטיבה לתקופת מעבר.
אם מתוך החברה, למשל פעילי זכויות אדם שתמיד נמצאים שם, וכל פעולה שלהם יכולה להפוך.
Keep in mind, instead of investing in water plants to handle the crazy drought, the regime is throwing hundreds of billions of dollars to build thousands of missiles to launch at Israel and to give their proxies. Yeah, do you know why they're doing that? It's because they're a bunch of retarded psychos. That's the reason why. Like, I mean, yeah, obviously that's what's going on.
אמרנו לכדור שלג, אם אנשים שבסופו של דבר יגיעו למקום שבו הם אומרים אינני יכול יותר ופשוט יקריבו את עצמם על מזבח המאבק עם המשטר, הסיטואציה היא מהפכנית, אבל מהפכה זה לא בהכרח דבר שיכול לקרות מחר.
אני מייחל ומתפלל ליום הזה של לראות את העם האיראני עומד ברחובות, לבוש לבן, מתחבק ושר שירים של תקווה ושל אור, ומתחיל עידן חדש.
Man, well, and he's burning their fucking papers. Oh my God. Well, I think this is great. Obviously, I mean, again, this does seem like it's kind of a I-24. What does I stand for? Does it stand for Israel? I don't know. But either way, you know, it's very clear that this video had a pretty strong bias. I wouldn't take it super seriously. But at the same time, I do think that, you know, like, I think it's pretty clear. I mean, like, all of these different protests and everything can't just be happening for no reason. I mean, there's maybe a spin that they put on it, but regardless of that spin, it sure seems like there's a lot of people that are out there doing it anyway. So yeah, and I-24 is an Israeli news channel. Yeah, let me see if it is or not. I-24 news. What isn't? What? Oh, what country is I-24 news from? No way! No way! It's from Israel! What a surprise! I would have never guessed that all the people that are talking about everything in the context of Israel are Israel. So again, very important to keep that in mind. Now, I agree that probably, like, there is, again, there's, it's not like everything they were saying is lying, but it is better to see this right here. The revolution will not be televised. It'll be posted on X. That does seem to be the case. And, wow. I'm just looking at a few more of these comments here.
Uprising in Iran has now escalated in Tehran,
this is from today.
Capital, and of course in a number of other cities as well. We're going to give you guys the live coverage. The lion has risen. The Persian lion has risen. They are back on the streets. The Iranian regime have now brought in the Arab forces from Iraq, Syria, Lebanon and other countries to do a crackdown on their own people, mostly because of the
that'll go very well.
Recent defections from the regime to the revolution. Now, let me give you guys all the videos that we are receiving live as we speak. We've got our sources in Iran and there is a lot to cover. Of course, we're going to get your reaction in the live chat. There is already somebody. I mean, I can bring this on for you guys in the live chat.
Is there
someone
any more
says,
of this?
I am an Iranian.
Let me just move forward and see if there's any more of the videos here. But yeah, it seems like there's a lot of people that are out in the street mad. Seen a couple of expos claiming students protesting in the University of Tehran have been barricaded in by the university by the regime's forces. What the fuck? God damn. What the fuck? Yeah. No, I haven't seen that at all. So this is the final battle. Wow. Well, I mean, it's hard to say. I guess we'll probably know more about what's going to happen in like the next couple of days or so. But, you know, this is kind of what I've said before, is that with a lot of these instances, I think that basically like nothing happens until everything happens. And I think that really it's going to look like nothing's happening until eventually like everything just falls apart. Seems like the Iranian people protest a lot. This seems like pretty status quo to me. We'll see. Yeah, we saw this part before. Would you look at the time? This is like 6 hours ago, 4 hours ago, right? And so, yeah, I mean, I think we're going to have to give it another couple of days to see what's going to happen. And then we'll have a better understanding of like kind of what to expect. But let me go back. I'll pull up these other ones too. They have the bigger military on their side. They can win. I mean, maybe, right? IRGC, Iran's IRGC intelligence units are now sending warning text messages directly to citizens. The message sent to citizens in Tehran warns people to not attend illegal gatherings and urges them to stay away from protests and stay away from protests, a move. Okay, sorry. There should be a comma there. Stay away from protests, a move widely seen as a deepening panic inside of security apparatus. Direct mass texting by security agencies is typically only used when street control is failing and authorities are attempting emergency psychological deterrence. This is a clear indicator the regime has entered a defensive and reactive phase in response to expanding public global mobilization. Wow. I don't know what that means, but it probably means please stop. Please stop. No. Please go home. We can't deal with this.